This is Adam Taxin talking with Daniel Greenfield, aka Sultan Kanish, whose material can be found at sultankanish.blogspot.com. It is Tuesday, May 22nd, 2012, and we are talking about his current column, To the Last Byte, which is about Facebook, which just had its IPO. Daniel, welcome.
Good to do this again.
Yep. First question I have for you is, you raise an interesting point. What is Facebook exactly when you really think about it?
It's really a collection of user data. It's a way for companies to get access to a large user base, to be able to track their behavior and serve them up ads.
Sounds like you probably were not that impressed by Facebook as a stock and didn't put too much of your own money into the IPO or this trading sense. Would that be a correct assumption?
The IPO case, they certainly knew what they were doing insofar that the company has no long-term future, so you might as well cash in on the short term.
Why does it have no long-term future?
It's not offering any meaningful service that can't easily be transferred over. Facebook interactions aren't like most of the services that Google offers. There's no real penetration. Even though Facebook is being accused of hoarding user data, essentially most of the data itself is worthless.
Yeah,
people can fairly easily migrate the parts of their life that matter, because really, do you really need to bring along all 2,000 or 3,000 friends? No.
Well, the other thing is, how long is the information relevant? I mean, who cares? I know they have the timeline on Facebook now, but I mean, who really cares what was posted a year ago, 2 years ago, right?
Once enough time passes, even very little time, the information quickly becomes stale and the data becomes worth less and less. The moment that Facebook hits a wall and begins to decline, the collapse will begin accelerating very quickly.
Where does China fit in with all of this?
A lot of the whole .com revolutions that we've been obsessed with for the last nearly 20 years already are really powered by Chinese manufacturing. The revolutions come and go, the IPOs are there, Wall Street rejoices, the company rises and falls, but all of this runs on technology that comes out of China, comes out of Asia in general. For example, hard drive prices have spiked quite a bit because of the flood in Thailand, reminding us that the data may move over American companies, but at the end of the day, the technology that it's based on is manufactured in Asia.
So, in other words, the fluff may be in America, but the substance is really in China.
The core of this is in China. Whichever American company comes out on top, whatever revolution happens, the hardware for it, the manufacturing base for it, and China has been using this to build their manufacturing base, is in China. The education, the employment for it is in China. We're getting a small piece of the pie, relatively speaking.
All right, Daniel, your latest column, To the Last Byte, worthwhile reading, and with these in general, we suggest people download the audio if you're not going to get a chance to actually read them. There's an audio version as well. This is a supplement. And just, hey, get in the habit. Daniel's material is very worthwhile. I read it every day, obviously, but I read it every day before I was, putting together these YouTube videos. And just get in the habit of listening to it if you're not going to read it. All right, Daniel, thanks for your time as always.